Hi guys, how you doing? Doing well? Hope you're doing well. Where's the music at? There we go. A little bit background sound. It's fine. Arati, what's up y'all? How you doing? Hamdi, good evening. Jürgen, debuting, what's up? Suit it up. Gotta do it on the trading day. We gotta suit up on the trading day. Guys, as you can see on my screen, we got a triggered alerts link. Shiba. So we're gonna check those. We had a big dump on Bitcoin. So right now, gotta be time to long. I mean, after a dump you long, you don't, continue shorting. So there is that. Dump City. Good evening, Tiela. Good evening, Abby. How you doing, man? Let me shield the stream a little bit in the Telegram. Hit the like button meanwhile. There we go. Go to the latest videos. Shield the stream. Notifications on, guys. Notifications on. There we go. How you guys doing? Did you trade today? Did you trade the dump? I was trying to short all day long. Failed. So there is that. We're gonna look at a little bit of that. Let's go to Link over here and see what's actually happening with Link. You can see my line. This is my alarm line. Why it doesn't say alarm? There you go. This is alarm line. You can see over here on the dollar almost. It hit that on the dollar. It's like I'm drawing my alarm lines like support lines. But I knew that if you get down to that level, it might be, what I'm expecting. So I was expecting over here Let me go to a bigger time frame over here. I was actually expecting a more move towards downside before we actually go towards upside. So this move towards downside is already happening, and I put line over here. I don't know, I think that was a daily close. Yeah, that's the daily close down here. So we hit the daily close over here, almost on the dollar up here. So I definitely think that right now we can, you know, just, you know, jump over here and continue towards upside, and then we get some kind of double bottom and stuff like that. But, you know, we hit that level, which is very, very nice. The other alarm we had on was Shiba, and Shiba also went down, and even went down into the box. So you'll see up here, let's go to the 5-minute time frame, maybe it's a little bit easier to see. It went into the box. Let's go to 1 minute, 1 hour time frame. So you see this box down here. I was like, you know, if you go down, I think if you're going to go up here first, we're going to do one move, you know, 2, 3 moves, or yeah, technically, you know, 1, 2 moves, and then third move before we go towards upside. So I'm still looking for upside. I mean, you cannot short this over here towards downside. You know, you look for long. You can see also the triangle up here. We broke that towards downside, but you know, we are still in the box, up here. So we're looking at long. Now let me just look at this as well. We also had the alarm up here. Cross that. I was thinking, like, as soon as I start crossing down, then I want to start watching what's happening with the, you know, the stuff. And I mean, this is big dump, so you know, people are definitely looking to long this over here. So I'm thinking, you know, we're gonna try to look in, you know, for long cover at 1.47 to 1.07 and close just in time before the dump. Cover dumped hard. Let me see cover up here. Cover 1%. Yeah, it dumped hard, but not as hard as we were expecting. You know, we are still expecting bigger dump, but yeah, this might be, you know, start of the dump over here. Is it gonna do another move up here before it continues down, or is just gonna start bleeding over here towards downside? Just might do that, but it's already, you know, broken the trend over here towards downside. This is on the 30-minute chart. Let's see 4-hourly time frame as well. It's going very, very steeply towards upside up here. It's going very steeply towards upside. Let's put a line up here somewhere, yeah, give or take. You see up here how nicely it went up here, broke that towards upside, went up the retest, went down to the 50 moving average. So we might have some kind of, you know, move up here before continuation towards downside. So we can definitely catch the, you know, if there comes some kind of pump up here, we might catch that towards downside. But I'm a little bit unsure. You know, we still need to look at a little bit more. On what's happening. You can see up here there is also a double top up here right now created up here, and there is a divergence on Kava as well over here. Yeah, there's the other side divergence. This is on daily time frame, so you got a divergence on Kava side. I definitely think this might actually continue more towards downside. Depends how much down towards downside up here is gonna go, but you know, it can definitely continue more towards downside. So here, like, these are big moves, just down to the 10 moving average, like 5.6%. So you can definitely catch that over here. Let's see 5-minute time frame up here. So, you know, it had a big initial dump right now going up here. Maybe it's gonna go up here, but you know, it could do this move up here before it does this, and then towards the downside. How it's gonna play out? It's all so, you know, also hard. Sunday evening, lovely. Edward, too good. How you doing, man? How you doing? Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin did go down a little bit up here. This on 5-minute time frame up here. That was the big dump. Let's go to 1-hourly time frame. And 1-hourly time frame up here, you can see up here that we started going nicely up here in a sideways motion, then exploded towards upside, very bullish moves up here, broke that and then dumped down. But we are still, you know, on the support levels, right? We are still on the support levels. So saying that this needs to dump furthermore towards downside, that kind of depends. It can definitely dump furthermore towards downside. So there might be more dump before the pump. Let's see 4-hourly time frame up here. Yeah, so we crashed below moving average. When this was starting going towards us, I was thinking that this might actually crash below the moving averages, then consolidate up here and then continue towards the downside over here a little bit, because it's kind of almost the same. It's the same kind of, you know, feel. You go in this move up here, you know, you crash down, you have some kind of, you know, fake out over here, and then you break the resistance, right? Because over here you failed to break the resistance. Failed to break the resistance up here. Try it again, failed to break. So it might dump down before it goes, you know, tries to break the resistance either here or here, or in any case it does break it towards upside, it goes towards upside over here, right? So this looks like a consolidation pattern up here, but might have this, you know, fake out before it actually, you know, tries to break out for real. And if it does happen, if you just try to break out for real and fail to do that, and it goes back on the outside, as soon as it's back below this line over here towards downside over here, there is a big dump happening, right? So you know, we're gonna check that out. We're gonna check that out and how that actually plays out. Let's go to the daily time frame over here, see what's actually happening and how our channel is doing. The channel went something like this up here, if I remember correctly, give or take. Something like this up here. We might be some kind of on that support level over here, a little bit, you know, shaky support level, but you know, we take what we can get. Maybe this is not actually correct support level. These are Laden lines, so you know, if something is not correct, we're gonna blame Laden, you know. And if lines are not, you know, on the dollar, you know, I would like this, you know, midline to be somewhere over here. You see up here, like very nicely, you know, holding that line, but you know, there is nothing that, you know, corresponds with that line. Maybe something like this up here, and then maybe this should go a little bit higher up here. Maybe something like this. This looks better. I like these lines better because over here, you know, it kind of, you know, resistance over here, support. This is just, you know, big moves up and down between line. Then over here there was also preliminary support before we dumped, and we came right above that, hold the support. Over here we broke through that, failed, you know, to go up above that, failed, and right now failed as well. So there is this line over here that I think that we might actually go down again over here, and then, you know, try to break that towards the other side, right? So that's what we're looking for. We are looking for, you know, another small dump on the Bitcoin. I think we are looking for that. I can't be sure, but this looks bad, you know, short term. So I think we are looking for another small dump over here on Bitcoin, which will give us this, you know, this fake out that might actually, you know, propel us towards upside. So it depends on how big the dump is gonna get, right? So how do you do that? Well, we got this very nice, you know, this channel up here. The channel should go someplace over here on the downside towards this wick up here. So it might be a little bit, you know, all the way down here or something like that. Maybe even longer than that over here. You know, these levels over here. So that would mean something like, you know, right now, something like, you know, 2% down on Bitcoin, give or take. Another 2% down on Bitcoin, if you get to that level. Bro, I think we can find a triangle patterns faster and go in on a third bounce, either up or down. I don't like triangle patterns. I mean, triangle patterns are nice, but they're not very, they are very, you know, risky. They are very risky. You know, better moves are, you know, shoe patterns, head and shoulder patterns, double top, double bottom patterns, rising wedges, falling wedges. These are better patterns, but triangles are like, it's like, it's just consolidating in one place, you know. So we like that. Also, XRP did dump down. If you remember, guys, we have been watching XRP lately. And this move up here, we said like this needs to dump, like, you know, this is like obvious short. Of course it was obvious short when it dumped down, but right now that it dumped down, it can actually continue towards the upside because this first move already happened. The first move already happened. So what are we gonna do? First, we're gonna take a sip of Coca-Cola, sponsored by Coca-Cola, guys. Real cola, not zero, not that, you know, that cancer giving, you know, drinks. No, real cola with the real sugar. Only the kind we drink over here. You know, people are like, no, I only drink Coke Zero. Only drink, you know, Pepsi Max. You know, those things give you cancer, man. Those things, you know, make you fat. People don't understand that, but that's fine. You know, your body went through the evolution millions of years to get to a point where you know, it can take the sugar in the body and use the sugar, and then you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna take sugar, I'm gonna take this, you know, lab stuff and put it in my body, and you know, that's kind of better. My boy got sponsored by Coca-Cola. Yeah, not quite, but Coca-Cola, if you are watching this, man, you know, I'll sponsor you every day, man, for money. So there is that. Okay, so we're gonna go into small time frame, see, you know, where support levels are and stuff like that. Over here, this looks like exhaustion pattern towards downside, a little bit, give or take. Impulsive move, exhaustion pattern, so it might actually break up a little bit up here towards upside already. So you're gonna see that, but we are not down on the downside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to 4 hourly time frame. We're just gonna start looking at, we're just gonna remove it. We're just gonna start looking at, look how nice pattern up here, man. Look at this curvature up here. This had to drop down. This was like, you know, most obvious dump ever. I also tried to, you know, looking at Ape, but Ape is, even though it went up here in some kind of rising wedge, broke that, started going into this, you know, rising rising triangle up here, ascending triangle, and I was thinking it might actually dump down a little bit over here, If you look at on daily time frame, what you're gonna see over here on daily time frame, we got a shoe pattern up here, and these are, you know, the bullish shoe patterns up here, right? These are these bullish shoe patterns, because there are a couple of, you know, a couple of different shoe patterns that you can have on the chart, and this is a very, very bullish. This thing often, you know, breaks towards upside. I even, you know, posted in the chat. I was thinking short on. Good short. I was thinking short of up here at the top on you can see up here it went up here in some kind of triangle, then it started consolidating up here, and I was thinking it might actually dump down all the way down to 3.38, something like that. But I was seeing some kind of movement towards upside, some kind of bullishness. So I did try to short, and then immediately came out of that, just lost, you know, a couple of fees. So I did try to short Ape, which didn't go well because the bullishness was just too strong, and I tried to short on this move towards upside, which is getting into this box up here. And right after that, you know, this is 10:40, so, you know, 50 minutes later, I was like, you know, maybe not quite as easy. I'm worried about this daily pattern, you know, and this is, you know, a bullish shoe pattern up here that's happening on the bottom side. Not only that, what I did notice in the aftermath is that Ape did actually go all the way down on the daily time frame, down to 20 RSI. 20 RSI, guys, 20 RSI. So this is insane, right? So it went down to 20 RSI. This is 22, but went down to 20 RSI, 21 RSI on the daily time frame. So, you know, I'm a little bit, you know, every time something gets that low and something that's, you know, bullish, you know, I get really, really skeptical. So it does look bullish. It has been looking bullish for a little while up here, and if this continues towards upside, it might actually be very, very nice. On the other hand, we still haven't broken this trend over here. There is also this trend over here that we didn't broke. We can actually draw it some place up here. Let's draw it some place, maybe even all the way up here, something like, you know, something like, you know, like a channel or something like that, right? Maybe some, you know, parallel line up here towards upside, right? So we are yet not out of this downtrending channel over here, but you know, we had a big drop down up here. We had this, you know, shoe pattern up here that broke towards the upside, came some kind of resistance, pull back again right now towards downside. We got this, you know, bullish shoe pattern up here that might also go up to the 50 moving average, something like that. So that might be a good long if you can find some kind of pullback up here, right? That's like something like 20% up to the resistance up there. So it does look a little bit bullish. And on the weekly time frame up here, if you look at it up here, we are just sitting at 38 levels. So, you know, we are still technically, you know, in bullish scenario up here on Apecoin, and we haven't. This is November 2022. This is June, on the June dump. Let's see Ape USDT. Let's see that on Binance up here. So this is when it, you know, got listed and stuff like that, and it went down, right? March 2022, and started, you know, explode towards upside. Right now it's all the way down at 3 point something. It started at $1, so it's only 3x up from where it started, right? This actually during the, you know, it just launched just before the capitulation, right? It launched just before the capitulation and went down. And right now this, you know, this last move is a very, very, you know, and we can see up here, these lines needs to get broken eventually, right? Up here, these lines needs to be broken on weekly time frames for us to have a nice move towards the upside. So over here, right? So this downtrend over here needs to break this line up here above 50 moving average, give or take, and then we have a, you know, major moves. But it's more important moves is because we got this move up here, this move up here. So they got two major pivot points over here on the chart. So this looks something like this over here, give or take. So even if you go up above this line over here, and we might break this, you know, channel up here, might consolidate up here, but we need, you know, on the weekly time frame, break this line. But we really don't care about that. What we care about, you know, this move and this move, right? So that's what we care about. We care about this, you know, short-term moves. So right now I think we should focus on this part over here. Let's go to daily time frame and see how much of that is actually happening. Yeah, that's this move over here, right? That's this move, and this move needs to, you know, break, and I think it already broke. So if you remove the moving averages and we look at the move, what you're gonna see here, it actually broke up here. Right now it's going towards the upside. The big question is, is there gonna be any kind of pullback up here before we continue towards the upside, which actually might. So there is some kind of line up here, there is some kind of line up here from whatever, right? It might be something like this over here, right? So let's try to do that. So we are already assuming that this line is broken. That line is broken, and we got this line up here on the weekly time frame, which is very, very nice. And you know, where does this go? Over here. Looks like a channel, channeling towards upside. This looks like a very nice channel, in fact. So let's use the channel. Maybe all the way up here. I really like to use these, you know, initial. Why does it wanna? Okay. Oh, because I was holding stuff. Okay. There we go. And let's zoom in up here on the daily time frame. See this channel up here, and let's adjust the channel on the daily time frame up here. It does seem to be over here more than other. If you use this one, then the midline actually works, but if you use these stops up here, then the midline kind of doesn't work. You see up here, over here, up there. Maybe it's two channels. Maybe that's why it's not working. Maybe because there's two channels. This is the first channel up here in the move, and then the secondary up here should be something like this up here, because this is the top. But we just saw that on the daily time frame up here. This looks, you know, looked better. On the daily time frame, this look, you know, something like this over here. So daily time frame, yes, there are two channels. There might be two channels over here. Right now, if you look at this up here, you know, the target 613 or something like that, all the way up to the top. 3.8%, right? If that is the move. Let's pop the moving average, see these very moving averages. Do we have anything up there? No. Milady. I own the Milady NFT craze. The side candle is kind of sad. Good evening, TLI. Good evening, Batch. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Hit the like button, guys. Tell the YouTube, this guy. When you hit the like button, that's what you tell YouTube. You tell YouTube, this guy. YouTube, this guy. This channel. So it looks okay-ish. Can say it looks, you know, the most beautiful thing, because this over here. So if you just look at this bigger channel up here, there was a rising wedge up here. Broke down. There was consolidation up here, give or take, and broke that towards the upside, right? Broke that, pulled back, tried to go up, pulling back up here. Right now, getting some kind of, you know, resistance up here. It's just gonna break it down over here. That's the big question, right? It is a rising channel, and rising channel tend to probably, you know, more often than not break towards downside. By default, they break towards downside because that's how it works. Anything that goes up has more probability towards downside. Anything that goes down has more probability towards upside, as soon as it breaks, right? But you know, when it's gonna break, that's the big question, right? So on the daily time frame up here, we are trying to close above this 20 moving average. So I think we get a, you know, another, you know, after the daily close, something like that. Today's Sunday, so you know, if we might close above the 10 moving average, we might do, you know, weekend then towards the upside over here. This might be a, you know, long shot. Happy Sunday, everyone. Crypto Unicorn, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat, Alex. Hello, how does Sol long chart look like? Thank you. Sol, I've actually been looking at Solana up here. It is in this channel towards downside still, unfortunately. And there is this bigger, huge, you know, there is double channel, at least the way I see it. I think this is a weekly channels. Yeah, these are weekly channels. So you can see up here, there is a weekly channel and a weekly channel. It is breaking down. There was support level up here that I thought it might actually hold, but it's actually breaking towards the downside. So I'm right now looking at the, you know, down here at 13.3, give or take, levels, because it is, you know, breaking the support level. And which support level is breaking? This support level over here, right? Now, this is a daily candle. Sorry, this is a weekly candle. It's gonna close in 5 hours. So if it does close below the support levels up here, it just might continue tumbling towards the downside. Let me see up here if do we have any kind of divergence up here on the chart. There is there is hidden bullish divergence. So you can see up here that the price goes towards the downside, and this price actually goes a little bit towards the upside. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, you can see the line, it's actually going towards the upside, right? So there is slight, you know, bullish divergence there. So hopefully maybe before the day is over, we pump above up here and there is no divergence on the chart. And then we are still above the support level. Then next week it can dump, but you know that problem we're gonna take next time, right? But it does, it is breaking a little bit towards the downside over here. And this channel up here, the secondary channel up here, this is just channel for the move over here towards the downside. You can see up here. So if you do dump down over here, we might actually dump all the way down towards the channel over here. And these bottoms up here also confirm these bottoms down here, some kind of support levels up here. So you know, I'm definitely looking that this might actually dump more. Now initial dump already, wow, this is 70% dump towards the downside now. That's huge. How can this thing be that volatile, man? How can this thing, like this, these are 14% moves. And this is daily chart, man. This is like 3 days, 14% move. Wow, this is so volatile, man. XRP may be good along with 0.6% risk. Can you tell me how you came to that 0.6% risk ratio? Interesting. By the way, crypto unicorn, 24 hours have passed. You do not have bragging rights anymore. If you want to bear bragging rights again, if you want to brag again, you need to make another call and you get it on the dollar, and then you get another 24 hours of bragging rights. Think you're eating too much tapas today. Food coma now. Yeah, food coma is bad, man. The wicks, okay. But you said 0.6%, but you said 0.6% risk. What is 0.6% risk? Okay, 0% downside on XRP. Right now, on XRP, downside, 0.6% risk. Let's check that out. Let's check that out. 0.6% risk. So you're probably saying that these wicks on the downside down here, over here, if I understand you correctly, right? These wicks down on the downside. So this is, yeah, 0.5% right now. This is the risk. So you say that, you know, below, down here, below here, you say below down here, there is a stop loss, get out of the trade, right? Yeah, okay, I see that. I'm a little bit unsure about that, but you know, it might be because it dumped really fast. Right now on the 4-hour time frame, we are hitting the 200 moving average up here. So we can definitely bounce back to the moving averages and do, you know, this move up here or something like that, or maybe even break this towards the upside. So, you know, I haven't watched the, you know, big time. But if you see on the daily time frame, you know, I would say the risk goes all the way down to 10-20 moving average on the daily time frame, right? And that's, you know, something like, you know, 2.6% move towards the downside, at least the way I see it, you know. But you know, each to his own. Now, if you see up here on this move up here on the daily time frame, there is no red candles, guys. There is no red candles. This is the first red candle. So what we are having right over here, even though this is the very first move over here towards upside, this is a trend, some kind of trend towards upside. What we have over here right now is what I believe is the first move of this, you know, this shape, the pivot point, right? So we have some kind of, you know, pivot point down here, you know, these are pivot points, these are pivot point, these are pivot point, you know, these are pivot points, right? Pivot point down here. What I think we are having right now over here is a pivot point in the making. When I say in the making, that means that, you know, it's gonna happen eventually, right? So we can take the bottom thing up here. We don't have the confirmation on this wick down here yet, but it might be, you know, some kind of wick up here. And then we look for this line up here. And right now, if you look at something like this up here, we can, you know, maybe it's gonna go all the way down there, right? Does this make any kind of sense? Maybe some kind of midline up here. Maybe that's the case. Maybe we're hitting the midline up here. So we're gonna see how this plays out. But it's already kind of breaking that towards downside, and I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical on the chart. See up here, this important one. How much down it is? Maybe a little bit more down, maybe all the way down to 45, something like that. How much downside is that? 1.2%. Let's see some moving average. Do we have anything that confirms that over here right now? Not quite. On the daily time frame, not quite. I'm not quite sure about this. What am I sure about? I'm sure about this over here move. Give or take. Yeah. What's the channel indicator called, please? Channel indicator. It's called channel indicator. It's called, you know, parallel channels. And you can see parallel channel shift during a straight line. The angle 45. 45. Why would I want to use 45 angles? To risk to 8-9% profit. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. If you think it's gonna go, I mean, if you think it's gonna go up, I mean, it's a good trade, but it already broke down. The way I see it right now, upside over here, upside at most right now, it's up here, something like that, right? 1-2% up here. So I wouldn't say it's, you know, as much as you say, because if it wants to go higher than this, it needs to break the, you know, break the resistance, because when I'm going up here, it will create a support. So if it does go up here, you know, this is the highest I would actually, you know, bet on the move, and that's like only 2.8% move towards the upside. Is RB still alive? Hi, I'm new. Frank DS, how you doing, man? You said the same about Kava. I did say the same thing about Kava, man. I did. And you got the bragging rights because, you know, you made the correct call. But just because I made a bad call does not mean I'm gonna continue making bad calls for the rest of my life. I can say the same thing about other things. It's okay, it's gonna play out eventually. Alright, thanks for welcoming. You're welcome, Frank. Nice to have you here, man. You're right. Thank you, man. I like that you are being humble and respectful. That's good. I've been shorting the SP500, but the thing never drops. Do you have trend lines on it? SP500, yeah, I want to look at gold, not XP500. I just saw the gold today. And gold up here, you can see my channel up here towards the upside up here, came on one side, and right now it's breaking down. Not only is it breaking down, but this, you know, distribution phase up here at the top broke on the downside as well. So I think gold might actually go towards the downside up here. How much towards the downside, I don't know. But you can see these tops up here. Top, triple top up here. 1, 2, 3, triple top up here. There is line over here, so we right now go all the way down there. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, at least the first move up here, it looks like it wants to continue down up here. It's broke this on daily time frame, so it broke the moving average. It's trying to pump up here, but it's already broken the trend over here. So unless it can just, you know, get back up on the trend immediately, if it gets rejected over here and falls down over here, I'm definitely looking at something like 18 on gold again. So gold can definitely have a big drop right now. I just saw this today and I was thinking it is interesting, and I like these lines over here on gold. Let's see, oil is still trending towards downside since, you know, since February up here towards downside. It's been trending downside up here for a while, so I'm a little bit unsure whether gold is eventually gonna, you know, do something nice in the end. But you know, sorry about that. Double top up here broke that, just pushing down. So it might even fall, gold might even fall lower up here, you never know. And silver up here, I had this, you know, resistance line up here at top. I don't know what this is. And you can see up here we came to the resistance, and right now we're pulling back. But you know, you know, let's do it like this over here. The channel up here, there's this one, and there is that one, and there is this one up here. Yeah, so we came to some kind of, you know, top up here, and right now we're pushing back. We're still on this midline. But if gold drops, I would assume that, you know, silver is also gonna drop. SP500, let's see up here, SP500. What would the, you know, first thing first, there was this, you know, this trend over here, give or take. So this was actually expanding musical instrument up here at the top. There was expanding musical instrument up here. And this expanding musical instrument creates some kind of, you know, support over here. and bounced off of that. You got a retest up here, and right now, you know, this move up here is trying to break towards the upside. So we are still, you know, bullish as long as it's going towards the upside. I mean, you know, it tried to break down, but you know, every time it tried to break down, or this on the weekly time frame, is still not below the line, still not below the lines. Let me see up here if we can, you know, create better, you know, trend up here, something like that. Yeah, this looks nice. Give or take. Where should the midline up here be? Something like this up here, down there. Give or take all the way down there, maybe the bottom, something like this. Give or take. So it is at some kind of resistance up here, right? It is at resistance, but it already did a retest. It tried consolidating up here. Right now it's breaking, you know, everything on the upside over here, right? It already broke everything on the upside. So it broke this, it broke this, it broke this, it broke this, it broke everything. The only thing it didn't break is this one up here, right? So it is at resistance up here, but the fact that it is creating higher highs up here, it is very, very bullish. Let me just see if there is any kind of divergence up here. I don't think that if there should be any divergence up here on the chart. No, there is no, and there is no RSI divergence on the weekly time frame. It's RSI is not that, it's not that. What you gonna say? It's not overbought. It's not in 70 levels or anything like that. So you know, there is no reason why this cannot go up, right? So I think people still believe that that this needs to drop down for whatever reason, but I think it can still continue going towards the upside. The only thing that's, you know, a little bit sketchy up here is the Nasdaq up here, because Nasdaq went down over here in expanding musical instrument like everything else, broke up, double bottom up here, but it's still consolidating up here. This could be seen as some kind of bull flag up here where it continues towards the upside eventually, right? I won't say it's bearish or anything like that, but you know, it's not kind of, you know, it's not any kind of, you know, a random top or anything like that. This, you know, create a lower low up here, and if this move up here creates another lower low down here, you know, it's still some kind of, you know, expanding musical instrument. I don't know. And the Nasdaq up here is stupidly bullish up here, and Nasdaq is also breaking the resistance up here as well. So Nasdaq is definitely, you know, mooning like hard. Let me see this line up here, give or take. It looks like he wants to go high, you know, hard up. There was some kind of, you know, rising musical instrument, rising wedge up here is breaking towards upside. I don't know. I think stocks are okay. I think stocks are doing well. I think stocks are doing very nicely. And the last thing we can look at before we, you know, start looking for coins to trade is the DXY. Yeah, DXY pulled back a little bit up here, but I still hope that this goes, you know, very fast towards upside, because once it starts, you know, dumping from that, it's gonna be very, very nice. XRP or Pepe for trades, or RNVR? I don't know. Pepe is very volatile, so you know, there is that. XRP already did the move like everything else. Render I haven't checked. Ooh, what happened to Render, guys? Why is this move up here 20% up? No wonder you want to trade Render, man. It did like 20% move towards the upside, but it pulled back as well. Oh man. Oh man, that wick is ugly. And there is huge, yeah, there was probably a, you know, divergence up here on the chart on the weekly time frame, so you know, they're pushing it back, but it might have been divergence up here. MACD looks like it's climbing still, you know. Unsure about that. Maybe somebody, you know, just start buying like crazy and, you know, explode towards the upside. This is a 5-minute chart, so it, you know, it went for a while. Right now it's pulling back to the, you know, line up here again. You can see up here there's a, you know, breakout up here, retest up here, and hopefully, you know, this does continue towards the upside. Let me see a little bit on the 4-hour time frame how does this looks. This actually looks okay. You also move up here right now, going some kind of, you know, flagging up here. Did, you know, this might show some kind of bullishness. There was of course very, very big, you know, wick up here. The volume went up with this move towards the upside. Consolidation went down, which is nice, and then explode towards the upside. Maybe people just got, you know, stupidly bullish on the Render and, you know, just start longing it for whatever reason. For whatever reason, right? Yeah, this seems like a correct move. But you see this, if you consider this, you know, top up here, this top up here, and this top up here, you can see how these stops, you know, created this line towards the upside. You can see how this top never came even close to up that. It pulled back, and right now it tried to break up here, but you know, it pulled back. So you know, this might actually drop down. A little bit unsure about it. It does look okay-ish, but you know, it's a little bit extended from the moving average up here. 50 and 200 moving average still down there. Still pulling back up here. Still could not, you know, close above the line. It pulled back really hard. You got everybody up here at the top. You see up here at the top, you know, everybody who who went, you know, short over here, right now got out with this week up here. So this can definitely, you know, just, you know, crash down and continue towards us. So we can maybe short this. Over here. Maybe a short, maybe. Because this line lost, that line low is not lost, but you know, it broke over here something. So if it goes back below, if it goes below these lines, or if it goes below these lines over here on the downside up here, that might be already done, right? So you gotta wait. Pepe 12% up, then 12% down. It's being traded big time. You know, Pepe is, guys, Pepe is such a coin. This 10 minute, let's see for all. I said that I believe that Pepe needs to, you know, people are looking at this move up here. As soon as broke this trend, it explode towards the upside, right? So this is, you know, this was, you know, 25% trade towards the upside, right? But right now, you know, as soon as it came, you know, to these levels up here, people are shorting it towards downside up here, right? But I still believe that, you know, there has been no capitulation in Pepe yet. I still believe that, you know, for whatever reason, we go towards the upside a little bit up here. We're still gonna go down below the support levels up here, below this level up here, and there will be some kind of capitulation over here towards downside. After this capitulation, then Pepe can actually go towards the upside again. But until you have a capitulation, you cannot go up. Too much euphoria, too much, you know, hopium that, you know, please go up, and it just never goes up. So this is gonna take time, and I think, you know, Pepe is a shorting option, not a longing option, because this is still, you know, I believe still in the long term is gonna go more towards the downside. Your thoughts on AG's next bull run? I don't know, man. Anyways, this is trading stream, guys. We gotta find something to trade. We've just been looking at randomly at things, what's happening in charts. We need to find something to trade. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break, and when we come back, we will. I have 0 Pepe. I don't know if that's good or not. Right now, I would think that's good. Anyways, we take 5 minutes break, then we come back, find something to trade, and place a trade. Ape short, TVT short. TVT, what is that? Some YouTubers say Pepe goes up, some say it goes down. Yeah, and some people, you know, say it goes sideways, you know. That's the way how these things work. Okay, guys. So we got a simple strategy. Stuff that goes up, we want to short. Stuff that goes down, we want to long. Bitcoin looks like it's gonna go down more, so we want to short all of the things, Pepe included. So I want to check Pepe, how Pepe is doing. We got 4 hourly closing in 1 hour and 23 minutes on Pepe. It's still holding the support, but for how long? That's the question. That's the question, how long? Let's see up here. Do we have anything up here on Pepe? Yeah, Pepe is pretty much done. But, you know, it's already done, you know, 10% up. It's very volatile. Pepe is very volatile, but this is going down. So I would like if Pepe does an, you know, another move towards upside or something like that. That would be like the best case scenario, like something like this up here, right? Before it goes down over here, we would like to, you know, to go and hit something up here and then go down, right? Because if we wanna short it, we wanna short resistance, not FOMO, not support. We FOMO did not support too many times. We learned our lessons. Don't FOMO not supports. So there is that. Let's see small time frames up here. Is there any hope for this bounce? Maybe. Maybe there is a hope for bounce over here, which is gonna be very nice. So we gotta look for bounce up here. We're gonna say if Pepe does the move up here above these lines or comes to these lines up here, maybe just below it up here. Pepe somehow managed to get up here, something like that. Let's see bigger time frames up here. 15 up here. Even as high as up here. We're gonna put alarm over here and say, yeah, if you close, you know, if you get up there, we're gonna check you out. We're gonna look at your chart if you can get to those levels. Until you get up there, we don't wanna think about Pepe. That said, let's look at other coins and what other coins are doing. Very fast move up here. You have, you know, 2 moves towards the upside right now. There is line up here. It could go very high before it continues down. Let's see up here if you can put a line up here somewhere at the top. Yeah, I would like, you know, see if it gets there. Is there any divergence up here? There's huge divergence up here on 30-minute chart. Let's see 1 hourly chart. There is no divergence on 1 hourly chart. 4 hourly chart, nothing. Yeah, 30 minutes is like crappy time frame. I don't know why. I don't know why. How much upside is there? 0.7%. Trust wallet, TVT. I haven't looked at TVT chart. TVT chart. I don't think I ever looked at TVT chart. Let me look what the chart looks like. Yeah, it looks bad. So these highs up here, you know, these highs up here, you already broke that. You had a, you know, you had your pump. Right now the big question is it gonna drop down? It looks like it's bleeding big time over here. So this support line is gonna break the support line up here and, you know, do another pump towards the upside. You know, it is at support, so you cannot actually short this before it actually breaks. But it looks, you know, after this move up here, after this, you know, how much is this pump up here? After 200% move, 3x, after 3x move, you gotta expect a, you know, pullback. You gotta spell pullback. Terrible strategy. Long tops, short bottoms. What do you mean, terrible? We just said, it's something that goes up, we short that. The things that go down, we long that. We long the support, we short the resistance. I mean, dump. Damien think it's dump. Yeah, okay, let's move on. 8 up here. It's not the support, so you cannot short it just right now. I mean, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Of course, it can, of course, drop down and below it and stuff like that, right? But, you know, we are not shorting the supports. Sorry, we're not longing the supports. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, we can. Sorry, we're not. Yeah, we're not shorting the supports. We are longing the supports. But, you know, is this a move that we want to long? Is this a move that we want to long? This doesn't seem correct. This over here seems correct. This seems more correct. Yeah, there we go. So if it gets out, maybe, I don't know. So, you know, even in this channel up here, we are neither at the top nor the bottom or anything like that. And I don't see any kind of clear cut, you know, pattern up here. So, you know, we're gonna skip that for now. Let's see Phantom up here. Let's remove everything on Phantom. Well, it is at some kind of resistance, but already had this move. How much was this move on Phantom up here? Well, that's like 4% move down into the support levels. 200 moving average. Can drop down here again? Definitely can, but you know, it already did the move. It already did the move. So if you wanna, you know, continue shorting this, we need some kind of, you know, pump before the short. I think everything needs a pump before the short. Don't you guys agree? We need a pump up here before we short it, right? Short over here. So we're not shorting down here, we're waiting for a pump for short. So not yet there, not yet there. Oh, look at this consolidation here, man. Look at this consolidation up here. This pennant downside went down, channel went down, pennant up, down, down, up. Hard to say. I don't like these, you know, pennants or this, you know, zigzag patterns, because they tell me it just kind of goes sideways still. But this holding this, whatever this line is down here. Let's clear up everything. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I think that's over here, some kind of channel. It looks nice up here. Let's go to the weekly. No, it's more like, you know, downtrending over here. Something like this. It's a very steep channel, I think. But it doesn't seem right though. It doesn't seem quite right. Does it seem right to you guys? I don't think it seems right. Maybe something like this over here. Yeah, this looks nice. Breaking the midline right now towards downside. So this might actually continue towards downside. I think everything wants to continue towards downside. Like anything you look at, it just wants to continue to the downside. Injective. Joking look, my strategy. Injective is one of these coins that pumped like crazy. I think it pumped like 6, 7, 8x or something like that, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, over here. So from the bottom down to the top, yeah, it pumped 7x. Pumped 7x. So after something pumped 7, it's not actually 7, it's 8x. From the bottom towards top, pumped 8x. So just hoping for whatever reason that this is just going to continue going towards the upside. Is a little bit crazy. It can do that. It's still in the channel, but it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy. And let's use this bottoms down here. Something like this up here. It's still on the support level. It's still on support level, but it had this, you know, very, you know, big boom up. So if you see it breaking towards the downside up here, expect consolidation. Depends on how bullish this is, but anything that does, you know, 8x before the, you know, bull market is you know, exit liquidity phase of the bull market is there, you know, pullbacks. Also, let me see up here. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's pretty much hit the top up here right now. It will break this move towards downside up here, pullback. Now, this thing did in fact pump a little bit up here, so maybe we can short that. So let's, you know, go to the daily time frame up here. See up here, went up here, pullback. Is inch on yeah, it should be on Bybit. Yeah, it is on Bybit, so we can definitely, you know, short this if you want. Let's see 4 hourly. It's already pulled back a lot, so maybe if there comes some kind of you know, some kind of a move up. So we wanna short any kind of move up, right? It seems correct up here. This isn't correct. Let me remove the moving averages for a second, but let's go to 4 hour time frame. Can we just draw it like this over here? And then go to 1 hourly. Give or take. Let's go to 50-minute chart. Yeah, it seems like something like this over here. So this channel up here, I think this channel up here, because it's very, very speedy channel towards downside. I think right now it's gonna go towards the upside up here a little bit, and then we short that, right? So we're gonna wait until it breaks towards the upside, but it's gonna break above these levels up here, give or take. So we're gonna put a line up here, somewhere up here, and say once you are up there again, once you do this up move up here, we're gonna start following, you know, what you're doing, right? So we're gonna look for this move, and when this move happens, we're gonna look for shorting iNvEStinG coin. It did 8x. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, long it like, you know, hopium, guys? No, we're not long it like hopium. So we're gonna look for that, and we're gonna put the line up here, and we're gonna say this line up here, it's the alarm line, and we're gonna set this, you know, cross that, tell me about it, and we're gonna look at you again. Long link, nah, not right now. XRP wants to go up. XRP wants to go up. I mean, sure, it can go up right now because it dumped, like, you know, big time. And any kind of right now, because right when this big dump happened, you know, you get overextensions, and then of course it pulls back. But I still think in a bigger term that this wants to continue dropping towards the downside. We're gonna see how this plays out, but you know, I don't think I wanna, you know, it's not very clear cut right now. I think everything right now needs to do another move towards the upside. I think that's gonna, this is 1 hourly time frame, so I think we need to wait, you know, a couple of hours until, you know, stuff moves a little bit towards the upside. And once stuff moves a little bit towards the upside, then we crap it towards the downside. Inch, please, man, we just did inch. V-shape recovery on the make. You think? V-shape recovery. If you want a V-shape recovery, if you want this to go towards the upside, there is support line up here. You can see support. There is support line up here, and there is resistance up here. If you want this to be V-shape recovery, it needs to get above these, both of these lines towards the upside. That's only then you have a V-shape recovery. But right now, I mean, you can call it V-shape recovery for whatever reason, but you know, it's very weak. It's very weak. It's very weak, especially when you look at Bitcoin, the way Bitcoin looks up here right now. It is kind of, you know, doing this bottom top up here. It wants to go up a little bit. I think if Bitcoin goes up a little bit, it might actually be very good. So over here, what we have right now, it did break down below the support, trying to get up here again. It's still below the moving averages. You know, it needs to get up pretty high up here, above the 50, I think. Let's see daily time frame up here. It's up here. It went up right now, pulling back down here. So maybe it's gonna try up there again, and before it actually, you know, plummets. So Bitcoin is a little bit, you know, 50-50, but you know, that's what you get. That's what you get. Let's look at some other coins up here. Yeah, I think this looks a little bit too bullish for my taste, and you can see up here it's still continuing going towards the upside. So we have, what can we do up here? We can actually long, you know, but it doesn't sound, you know, correct longing something when you think, you know, stuff is gonna dump. But maybe this dump was actually a, you know, fake dump to get everybody out, right? Big dump towards downside, consolidate, and then, you know, close up here, and then you continue towards upside. That could be the case. I thought this might actually go a little bit lower, but you know, it could be the case. And over here, a lot of these moves did this move up here. So maybe you should just long down here at the bottom, anything down here at the bottom. I mean, Pepe, I don't want to long. Inch after 8x, I do not want to long, you know. Thing that's been going down forever, I want to long that, right? Alright, eat Matic up here, 4 hour. Let's go to 4 hour Matic. Matic still has, you know, if you want to catch down on the bottom down here, it's still at 0.85 or something like that. So it has room to, you know, wiggle more towards the downside up here. That was Phantom, long Ethereum Classic. Dodge also fell down, Shiba fell down into that area. Just look at SHIB, because we saw SHIB and we thought like, hey man, SHIB does look a little bit bullish. It looks like a pennant, man. It looks like a pennant. We should buy on the red always. Yeah, we should buy on the red and sell on the green. But emotions are not always, you know, thing that, you know, works in your case. The sandbox, so the big sample sandbox. Look the waterfall on this, man. The waterfall is legit. Did it hit that support level down there? Maybe something like this over here. Yeah, this is nice up here. Everything is sketchy because everything is in the red, right? How's Hex doing, man? Oh, big dump on Hex over here. %. Bitcoin is waiting on XRP pump to dump to 20k. Yeah. Bitcoin always, you know, follows, you know, does the opposite of whatever the Bitcoin does. This isn't actually good. It went down, broke that, and it's still going down up here. Not good. Still just flagging down. Did it break the support levels up here? No, but if it does that, then, you know, it's pretty much over. But you see, it says this green candle over here. Making short this bump and run pattern, shorting bump and run pattern, right? But it's been going down for so long, man. We can definitely short the resistance up here. But it's been going down for so long. How much is it down since the top over here? It was down 11%. This is like a bump and run pattern, like lead in, bump, and then, you know, run towards the downside. Maybe. What kind of levels are we looking at over here? Let's make this default so we can see it nicer. 15 minutes up here. Mana USD TT Bybit contract. Yeah, it got more data. Look at this last. How is the volume looking at here? There was a big dump volume on this one. does look scary right now, you know, how long this, sorry, short is over here. Not as easy as it looks, guys. Not that easy as it looks. Let's go to 4 hourly up here. This is Aptos, right? And Aptos. Let's remove the volume up in Aptos. It's been bleeding down forever. Give or take. Steps down. Can I short it? This looks like, you know, it already broke the trend over here. Pull back. So we can actually long this over here right now, right? Can long this. This is on 5 minutes time frame, so you can do a quick scalp long, right? And where the target should be at least up here at 10 moving average, right? By 1%. If it goes higher than that, like that's 2% up here. Like this, it did not break it. All the way up here, it did break it. So it's very important to not get this wrong, because if you get this wrong, this is just a liquidity grab and will continue lower. You don't liquidity grab down, you liquidity grab up and then you go down. Right? If you want to go down, you liquidity grab up and then go down. If you liquidity grab down, then you go up. Let's assume this thing over here is correct. Aptos. And this was a pullback. See 1 minute up here. How much downside do we have? 0.22. It goes down here. For whatever reason. Right, you need people to buy to sell, right? Yeah. Might be that. See, 47 seconds left on 5-minute chart. Seconds left, still pushing it down. It's already down 3%. So this is down as, you know, 28 right now 33. But it can dump, I mean, it can just go up here from over here, but it can also dump a lot lower. Nah, close below the 10-20 moving average. No bullishness. Let me see volume on this thing over here. 2 lines. It's already going down. So looking for a reversal before the. We need a volume we need these kind of volumes up here, right? We need these kind of volumes for a reversal, I think. It's on the bottom side. So I think if we jump down and we get some kind of volume, that might be a reversal candle. It can definitely go down more. I don't think this is it. This does look nice for a pump. I mean, it already had a pump. It looks like it's just, bleeding down. Maybe this, this other line was actually the correct one. Give or take. Because if it is correct, then we got a channel. Just bleeds down. Goes over here, goes up there, breaks, and then falls down. Sounds plausible. Let's see up here, Bitcoin. 1 hourly. It looks like a shoe pattern up here that might actually break towards the upside a little bit. 30-minute chart, 1 hour chart. Bitcoin is still in no man's land in this triangle over here. XRP for all it, please. Let's check out XRP. Where is XRP? This is a 4 hourly. Yeah, it's bouncing up a little bit, It also has this same kind of pattern up here. Same pattern as Aptos. A little bit sketchy. Tron is up 3.5%. God damn it, this thing is wild. Look at this, man. Yesterday had a nice pump. Today says a nice pump. This thing just goes. People don't believe me when I tell them that, Tron chart is bullish. And it is very bullish chart. I don't know why, but I like Tron. I like Tron chart. I don't know about Tron, but I like Tron chart. The Tron chart is bullish. Maybe it's just going into some kind of, channel up here towards the upside over here. As long as it breaks up here and then breaks the secondary channel, might actually be good. But in trading, we need to buy, we need to wait major support lines. KDA, oh my god, this thing just bleeds, man. This thing just never stops bleeding. KDA compared to, Tron chart. I mean, Tron chart is like, saint compared to KDA chart. KDA chart is just ugly, man. Are we at the bottom of this AR stuff? No. Pretty sure there could be a lower low up here somewhere. I like these first wicks. This part over here, last part. Still bleeding down. A lot of these coins are still bleeding down, and I haven't seen anything that, you know, it's very easy to long or short. I mean, this could be shortable, but it already went down. This on daily time frame. It already, you know, dropped down. Everything dropped down this initial move. So if you want to continue shorting, you need to wait for a move towards upside. If you want to go towards upside, it's kind of, you know, crap, because you know, it can just do like this and continue going towards downside, because it's strong downtrend right now. Strong downtrend. Chile is up here. Chile is breaking support. Milan is gonna be mad when he sees Chile breaking the support. Got this one, I got this one, and it's breaking just about everything. This is the close you get to the support levels. Maybe it's on the support. Did dump down a lot. Let's see here on the daily time frame. Bouncing up here right now. So has USDT Bybit. Almost V-shaped recovery up here. The more the founders might be incarnated in the future, the better the chart looks. Incarnate. I don't know what that means. The more the founders might be incarnate. What does that mean? What does that mean? Prison or confine. Okay, so the more the founders might be, you know, jailed in the future, the better the chart looks. Yeah, might be that. Oh, BNB is still going down. Do we have divergence up here? There's no divergence. 4-hour time frame. There's no divergence up here. Just looks, you know, bleedy-ish. Link did what I thought it might do, but I thought it might actually go a little bit lower than that. So is this the case for Link? I still think, you know, a lot has, you know, another move towards downside coming. Let's see some of these other coins. Render is up 4.4%. What do you say about Render? Might be shortable option, right? But it did break the, you know, trend over here. No. I don't see anything in cover. Keep pulling back a little bit. Sui, dump down 4%. Aero, down ARB. Down. Nah, BNB looks like cover. I might do that. Okay guys, I don't think there will be any trade tonight because we gotta wait for a while until something happens. And I'm a little bit unsure, like I don't see anything like clear cut, you know, that might be. I mean, in a couple hours it might happen, but you know, I'm just gonna stare looking at the chart for 2 hours without actually finding anything. So there is that. There might be some nice long position if, you know, these levels tend to be support and bouncing, but I think, you know, if we are gonna have a bounce, it might actually do this move towards downside on a little everything, right? So Pepe again, like there are other coins that might be, you know, do stuff that Bitcoin is not doing, like Pepe, like it might go towards upside up here, like right, without actually, it's not following Bitcoin one-to-one. So there are these coins that are not following Bitcoin one-to-one that might actually be, you know, okay-ish trades, both upside and downside, because you don't have to think what Bitcoin is gonna do next. But we'll stop it over here. Thank you guys for stopping by. And if I do any kind of trades tonight, I'll tell you about tomorrow. So there is that. Or maybe if you have a Telegram chat, I'll tell you there. Until then, Bitcoin bear trap or bull run. Bitcoin has been on a bull run since June 2022. So, you know, it just goes slowly. Like somebody says, it goes slow at first and then all at once. And that's how the bull run, you know, happens. Bull run happens slow at first and then all at once. Bull run happens slow at first and then all at once. Slow at first, then all at once. Good night, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.